No, it's not the time. It is not the time for that.
Right Along Live.
Folks, I need to speak about a few things. It's important that I speak about a few things right here because I've been paying attention to some people's behavior. And we need to stop for a quick second, guys. We need to stop for a quick second. Everybody know that we just recently had a major Category 4 hurricane, and some experts say probably even a Category 5 hurricane that passed through the Grenadines Island. Grenada got damage from places from St. Patrick on the mainland. St. Mark places got damage. Of course, there are some infrastructural damage going on to the south. I'm from the east. I'm from the St. Andrews area. We did have some of these, not as much as St. Patrick, not as much as St. Mark, but we did have some damage and it's being assessed. Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Now, I'm going to talk about Union Island and the Grenadines Island separately. But let's talk about Carriacou, Petite Martinique, St. Patrick, and those mostly affected. And let me say this, because a lot of people in those areas just starting to get back online and just starting to get back internet and stuff like that. Let me say this. Nobody is forgetting anybody. Nobody is sitting there and say, you know what, let us forget this part of the country or let us forget this other part of the country. No. That is not the case, and that would never be the case. So if there is any political agenda or people pushing that narrative or someone trying to destabilize, I believe, the efforts, let me stop, put a pin right there and say it very boldly. Nobody ain't forgetting nobody. We're speaking about St. Patrick. We're showing the devastation in St. Patrick. Chantimel have over 30-something houses, right, that is damaged, or possibly more. St. Mark, we know. Nagma know. Grenlec know about the problems that exist in your area. Not to mention Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Now, it is not in anyone's interest that we promote some kind of negative, nasty political agenda by trying to make people feel that nothing is being done. When I sit here, and trust me when I tell you, I get hundreds of phone calls on a daily basis, trying to connect this one, trying to find out about this one, trying to help out this one. And they coming in from all over for all part of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Now, we need to take a pause for a second also and say thanks to the hard-working volunteers and the team at NAGMA. They are doing the humanly best at this point in time. Remember, guys, this didn't happen 3-4 weeks ago. This happened just about 2 days ago. It was only about a day or so ago that you could have actually moved in to Carriacou or Petite Martinique and some of these areas. So aid is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Aid is coming, but you have to figure out a logistical way to get aid into your designated area. It has to be a logistical approach. That's why I said we have to give kudos to the folks at NAGMA, the government of Grenada, the Prime Minister who is leading this charge. And I personally think, people may have a difference of opinion. The Prime Minister and his team is updating the nation on every move. And that has to be applauded, right? He's leading. So don't sit there, guys. If you just recently got connected and feel that the diaspora is going to forget some part of Carriacou, or we're going to forget Petite Martinique, nobody will forget any part of Grenada. But you have to understand that these things take logistical time. Now, I ordered a whole set of stuff in a barrel, right? A whole set of stuff in a barrel from our own purse that have to get down to Grenada. But what that takes, it takes a little bit of time. We sent out funds so that we could get water. Today, we have a staff who's making her way to Petit Martinique, right, with supplies. And not only me, there are many, many people that is doing the same. But give it a little bit of time. You are not being forgotten. You will never be forgotten. We have been sounding the alarm for the world to aid, to support Carriacou, Petit Martinique, St. Patrick, every part of the country that is affected. But you have to give it a little bit of time, ladies and gentlemen. There are some things that will be done or should be done quicker and will be done quicker. There are some things that would take a little bit of time. So when I'm seeing people throwing tantrum, oh, we don't have that yet. Yes, I understand the frustration. I completely understand the frustration. Nobody is forgetting you. Nobody is forgetting you. In a matter of time, the supplies will get there and you will be more than oversupplied with items for the time. Besides just providing food, there is an infrastructural problem. Most of the houses in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, same issue affecting the people in St. Patrick, they're right up to the north there, that needs home, they need shelter. Some people are sleeping under the house. People are sleeping under other people's houses. So I understand the frustration. Secondly, let me send out this message. Anyone that is pushing this political negative agenda is actually anti-progress. Because what you're going to start to do again is divide the progress that needs to happen. And one thing I applauded early in this game, when I saw in Sauterres, we had about 15 people cutting a tree. And you couldn't tell what political affiliation or ideology or who they believe or who they support. They were just village people cutting a tree that is blocking the road for everybody else to pass. So why do we want to inject politics into the thing now for? Why do we want to inject the politics into the thing for? What sense that make? Politics would have its time. Would have a time to be political. People would have a time to throw whatever shades to this political person or political party or whatever. No, it's not the time for that. No, it's simply not the time to bring politics into a devastating, destructive atmosphere that we're in right now. We should be thinking about how we rebuild and how we rebuild stronger. Not to put anything in people's head, or it is political because you're not getting this part of the country not getting this. This is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. Everything will get to where it have to get to. And there's no litmus test. There's no litmus test on who gets it, right? People's houses have to be rebuilt. And there's no litmus test. Your house needs to be rebuilt. Your house, you would get the assistance once the assistance is available. So listen, guys. This is not the time to be political. This is not the time to be petty. This is the time for everybody to come together, work together, and help our brothers and sisters. Trust me, the rebuilding process would not be as strong if we start to divide. No, it's not the time. It is not the time for that. And we would do what we have to do without someone asking us to do it. As a citizen, whether you live in Grenada, New York, Florida, even if you live in Rome, you felt what happened in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And you will do whatever you need to do without anybody asking you to do it. It will just be done. Nobody had to ask people to load their boats up to head to Carriacou. It was not a request. Nobody requested it. Volunteers wasn't asked. They volunteered. And they ain't getting paid for it either. So if you're serious about progress, stop the petty political BS. Let us build together. And for everyone else and the folks who went through this traumatic experience, I cannot even begin to imagine what you went through. But understand this. No one is forgetting you. No one forgot you. The supplies are not there as yet. That doesn't mean that the supplies are not coming. They are coming. A lot of them. Be patient. Supplies are coming.
Right Along Live.